Welcome to yoga class, and if you're returning, then welcome back. It is lovely to see you again. Meet me on your mats in a tabletop position. You can roll your mat to add some padding on your knees. This is just a warm-up to adjust our back slightly for a lot of Malasanas today. For tabletop, keep your hands right below your shoulders and your hips directly above your knees. Roll out your neck this way and that, figuring out where any sort of hiccups or kinks are in your neck. Do this at your pace and your speed. Pull your belly button towards your spine, and then keep your spine very straight and flat. From here, untuck your toes. Press your feet into the ground, tuck your tailbone, ripple your spine so it is slowly formed into a scaredy cat shape. Press the floor away with your hands and look at your abdomen. With every exhale in cat-cow, you should try to make this shape, continuing to push the floor away. Untuck your toes and switch your hip rotation so your tailbone is pointing out. Feel the ripple in your spine so now your chest is pointing out. Pull with your arms and feel traction in your shoulders. With every inhale, expand your chest forward, belly button towards your spine. Exhale, untuck your toes. Press your feet into the ground and hunch like a scared cat. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat pose. Continue at your breathing pace. In your own time, make your way to a standing position, hips facing the long side of your mat. Squat down in a Malasana pose, heels pressed firmly into the ground. Notice your balance. Notice if your spine is continuing to hunch or if you're able to elongate it strong and tall. Use your glutes to open your legs so that the knees are parallel to the long side of your mat. Stay here breathing, continuing to elongate your spine and stretch the backs of your legs. You may want to grab a thin pillow, place it in between your feet. Slowly place your hands to the right side and adjust your hips so they're facing the right side. Drop your back left knee onto the pillow and scooch your front right foot forward until your right knee makes a 90-degree angle. Lift yourself up and sink into your hip. Tuck your tailbone so you feel a stretch in the front side of your left leg. To increase the stretch, scoot your toes closer to the short side of your mat. Keep your hips parallel and lean forward. Use your core and your quad to slightly pull out of the stretch. Gently open up to the long side of your mat and lift your back left leg, grabbing your back left foot. Keep your hips parallel to the short side of your mat. Release your foot and gently drop it to the ground. Twist your body so it is now turning towards your right leg. Grab your back foot with your right arm. This should increase the stretch even further. Breathe here. Release your foot, gently drop your leg and untwist. Replace your foot back into a Malasana 45 degrees towards the long side of your mat. Slowly lift yourself up back into Malasana, pulling your legs and positioning your elbows on your knees. Keep your butt sinking towards the ground and pushing your heels into your mat. Keep your spine long and expanded. Replace the pillow if you have moved it and pivot your hips so they're facing the short left side of your mat. Drop your knee onto the pillow and scooch your left foot out all the way to the long side of the mat so your left knee is at a 45-degree angle. Tuck your tail and sink into this stretch. Continue to scooch and sink depending on what your body and this side needs today. Use your core in your left leg to pull yourself gently out of the stretch slightly. Lift your back right leg and grab it with your left hand. Stay here with your chest slightly, just slightly open. Release and drop your leg, then rotate so your chest is open towards the left side. Reach back behind you and slowly lift your leg and grab it with your left hand. Stay here with your gaze focused at one point to help your balance. Let go of your foot and release your leg gently to the ground. Come out of this stretch. Replace your left foot into the Malasana position, then your right, and remove the pillow. Stay here in Malasana again, noticing the difference between the first Malasana of the day and this one. Close your eyes and really sink into it, opening your hips and elongating your spine. Place your hands on your right side, rotate your hips so they're now pointed towards the ground, and send your hips up into the sky as you send your feet next to each other. You should be in down dog position. Stay here in down dog, in whichever down dog you prefer today, either wide-legged, pointed, or flexed feet, whatever feels comfortable. Inhale, point your toes, look in between your hands, and drop your knees. Rotate yourself so you're now seated on your booty, and slowly lower yourself onto your back. At this point, take a few breaths to wiggle out anything that is residual from the stretches today. I will not be joining you for Shavasana today, but I highly encourage you to set your timer and take a few minutes all to yourself. Thank you so much for joining me in yoga today. I cannot express how grateful I am to have you watching. And let me know down in the comments if there's any type of specific poses that you would love to see more or are curious about. All right, I think that's it. Thank you again. Thank you. Bye.